Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about something that every single one of us has faced: pain. That struggle, that setback, that moment when life hits you so hard you feel like you can't get back up. But I'm here to tell you, pain is not your enemy. It's your fuel. See, too many people let pain break them, but the greats, the ones who rise, the ones who dominate, they take that pain and turn it into power. They don't run from it, they embrace it, because on the other side of pain is growth, strength, and transformation. So tonight, I need you to lock in, I need you to lean in, because I'm about to show you how to take every ounce of pain life has thrown at you and turn it into the power that will drive you toward your dreams. Pain is something we all experience in life. It comes in different forms: failure, heartbreak, rejection, loss, disappointment. But no matter what form it takes, pain is unavoidable. Most people see pain as a sign to stop, a reason to quit, a barrier that keeps them from moving forward. But pain is not meant to break you. It is meant to shape you, to strengthen you, to push you beyond your limits. It is a catalyst, a force that, if used correctly, can transform your life in ways you never imagined. Think about every great success story you know. Behind every champion, every leader, every game changer, there is a story of struggle, of sacrifice, of pain. The difference between those who succeed and those who give up is not the presence or absence of pain, it's what they do with it. Some people allow pain to paralyze them, to make them afraid, to make them doubt themselves. Others take that pain and turn it into motivation, into hunger, into drive. The question is, which one will you be when life hits you with pain? You have two choices. You can let it defeat you, or you can let it drive you. Most people, when they experience pain, immediately look for a way to escape it. They numb themselves with distractions, with excuses, with self-pity. But the truth is, pain is not the problem. The problem is how you respond to it. The people who achieve greatness in life are not the ones who avoid pain, but the ones who embrace it, who use it as fuel to push themselves harder than ever before. Pain is a signal. It's your body, your mind, your spirit telling you that something needs to change. When you feel pain, it means you are in the middle of growth. Think about working out. When you lift heavy weights, your muscles feel pain. But that pain is not a sign to stop, it's a sign that you are getting stronger. The same principle applies to every area of life. Emotional pain, mental pain, financial pain, it's all a sign that you are being pushed to grow. But growth is a choice. You have to decide whether you will use that pain to elevate yourself or allow it to keep you down. Most successful people in the world did not become great because life was easy for them. They became great because they faced pain and refused to let it stop them. They turned their struggles into stepping stones. They used rejection to fuel their determination. They used failure to refine their strategy. They used setbacks to build resilience. Every challenge they faced, every hardship they endured, became a part of their strength. Look at anyone who has ever achieved something extraordinary, and you will find a person who has been through pain. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. That pain could have made him quit. Instead, he used it to fuel his work ethic, to push himself harder than anyone else. Oprah Winfrey faced rejection and adversity, but instead of giving up, she turned her pain into power and became one of the most influential figures in media. These people did not let pain define them, they used it to redefine themselves. Pain is the ultimate teacher. It shows you who you really are. When everything is easy, you don't grow. Growth happens in the struggle, in the discomfort, in the moments when you feel like giving up. Those moments are where champions are made. Those moments are where your true potential is unlocked. But here's the thing. Most people run from pain. They avoid challenges. They stay in their comfort zones because they don't want to feel uncomfortable. They settle for average because average is safe, but you were not born to be average. You were born to be great. And greatness requires pain. It requires struggle. It requires sacrifice. Pain is a test. It is life asking you, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to push through the discomfort? Are you willing to keep going when it hurts? Are you willing to do what it takes, even when everything in you wants to quit? That's what separates winners from everyone else. Winners don't avoid pain. They use it. They channel it. They take the very thing that was meant to break them and turn it into the thing that makes them unstoppable. You have to rewire the way you think about pain. Stop seeing it as a punishment and start seeing it as an opportunity. Every time you face a challenge, every time you experience failure, every time life knocks you down, remind yourself, this is my chance to grow. This is my chance to get stronger. This is my chance to become the person I was meant to be. Pain is temporary, but what you do with it can last a lifetime. The pain of discipline, the pain of sacrifice, the pain of hard work, it all leads to something greater. It leads to success. It leads to fulfillment. It leads to a life of purpose. The people who refuse to embrace pain are the ones who stay stuck, who never reach their potential. But the ones who use pain, who harness it, who let it drive them, they are the ones who rise, who dominate, who change the world. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you do in life. It determines how you see the world, how you react to challenges, and ultimately, how far you go. The problem is that most people have been programmed to see pain and struggle as signs to stop, as proof that they are not meant to succeed. But the truth is, pain is not a dead end, it's a doorway. The moment you shift your mindset and start seeing pain as an opportunity instead of an obstacle, everything changes. Just think about how most people react when they face adversity. They complain, they make excuses, they blame others, and they focus on everything that's wrong. They get so caught up in their struggles that they forget the power they have to overcome them. But the people who win in life have trained their minds to see things differently. They don't see obstacles as stop signs. They see them as stepping stones. They don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. They ask themselves, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? That simple shift in thinking makes all the difference. Every single challenge you face carries within it the seed of an opportunity. But if your mindset is locked in negativity, you will never see it. You will be too focused on what's wrong to recognize what's possible. The key is to reprogram your mind, to look for the lesson, to search for the advantage, to turn every setback into a setup for something greater. This is not just positive thinking, it's a way of life. It's about developing the mental toughness, to find strength in struggle, to find power in pain, and to use every difficulty as fuel for your next level. Fear, a reason why some people rise while others remain stuck. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's not connections, it's mindset. Two people can go through the exact same situation, but one will find a way to grow while the other will find a reason to quit. The difference is in how they think. When life knocks you down, do you see yourself as a victim, or do you see yourself as a fighter? When you face rejection, do you take it personally, or do you use it as motivation to prove yourself? When you fail, do you give up, or do you analyze what went wrong and come back stronger? Successful people don't avoid failure. They embrace it. They don't run from problems. They attack them. They don't allow fear to control them. They face it head on. This is because they understand that their mindset is the most powerful tool they have. If you control your mind, you control your future. But if you let negativity, fear, and doubt take over, you will always be stuck in the same place the way you think affects everything: your work ethic, your confidence, your ability to keep going. When things get tough, if you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you're not capable, that things will never change, then that's exactly what you will experience. But if you train yourself to think differently, if you start telling yourself that every struggle is making you stronger, that every failure is setting you up for success, that every pain you endure is shaping you into the person you are meant to be, then suddenly, life takes on a whole new meaning. You have to stop seeing yourself as a victim of your circumstances and start seeing yourself as the creator of your destiny. No one is going to hand you success. No one is going to feel sorry for you and give you a shortcut. You have to decide that no matter what happens, you are going to keep pushing, keep grinding, keep believing, because at the end of the day, it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you respond to it. Everything starts in your mind. If you believe that pain is holding you back, it will. If you believe that failure is a sign to stop, you will quit. But if you believe that every challenge is making you stronger, that every setback is preparing you for something greater, that every ounce of pain is fueling your success, then nothing can stop you. This is the shift that separates the weak from the strong, the average from the elite, the ones who dream from the ones who achieve, have the power to change your life. But it starts with changing the way you think. The world is not going to make it easy for you. Life is not going to give you a clear path to success. There will be roadblocks. There will be struggles. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. But if you have the right mindset, you will see every challenge as a chance to grow, every failure as a lesson, every setback as an opportunity. This is the mentality that turns pain into power, that turns struggle into strength, that turns dreams into reality. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. The difference between those who rise and those who stay down is what they do in the face of pain. Too many people let pain stop them. They freeze when life gets tough. They start making excuses. They start looking for ways to escape instead of ways to push through. But the ones who make it, the ones who transform their pain into power, are the ones who take action despite the struggle. They don't sit around waiting for the pain to pass. They use it as a reason to move forward. When you're going through something difficult, the worst thing you can do is stop. Pain has a way of making you feel stuck, like there's no way out. It tricks you into believing that you're powerless, that there's nothing you can do. But that's a lie. The truth is, the moment you decide to take action, even the smallest step, you take back control. You break free from the grip of pain. You shift from being a victim to being a fighter. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect circumstances. It's about deciding that no matter what, you are going to move forward. Action is the antidote to pain. When you sit still, when you dwell on your problems, when you let negative thoughts consume you, the pain grows stronger. It becomes heavier. But the moment you start doing something, anything, you weaken its hold on you. You start to create momentum. You start to build strength. Even if you don't feel like moving, even if every part of you wants to give up, taking action shifts everything. It doesn't have to be a big step. Sometimes, all it takes is getting up, making a plan, writing down a goal, taking the first small move in the right direction. Because once you take that first step, the next one becomes easier. Success is not about avoiding struggle. It's about what you do in the middle of it. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about pushing yourself when your body is tired, when your mind is exhausted, when your emotions are screaming at you to quit. Every great achievement in history was built on persistence. The people who made it to the top didn't get there because it was easy. They got there because they refused to stop when things got hard. When you face pain, you have to remind yourself that it is part of the process. Growth is uncomfortable. Strength is built in the struggle. Champions are made in the fire. If you avoid pain, you avoid progress. If you wait for things to get easier, you'll be waiting forever. You have to be willing to push through the hard times, to take action even when everything in you wants to shut down, because on the other side of pain is growth, is strength, is the life you are meant to live. Think about the most successful people in the world. Every single one of them has faced challenges. Every single one of them has been knocked down. The difference is, they got back up. They kept moving. They took action in the middle of their struggles. They didn't let pain define them. They used it to build something greater. They understood that pain is not a dead end, it's a doorway. But you only get through it if you keep going. Most people don't fail because they lack talent or potential. They fail because they stop trying. They let the weight of struggle convince them that it's not worth it. But those who keep pushing, those who take action despite the pain, are the ones who come out stronger. Pain is only permanent if you let it be. If you keep moving, if you keep working, if you keep fighting, the pain transforms. It becomes fuel. It becomes power. It becomes the very thing that drives you to success. You have to decide that no matter what you're going through, you will not stop. You will not break. You will not let the struggle define you. The more it hurts, the harder you push. The more difficult it gets, the stronger you become. Pain is not a sign to quit. It's a sign to go harder. It's life testing you, asking you how much you want it, and the only way to prove that you deserve it is to take action. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Because every moment you waste is a moment you could be using to build your future. Discipline is the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. Too many people rely on motivation to push them forward, but motivation is temporary. It fades when things get tough, when you're tired, when the excitement wears off. That's why discipline matters more. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the ability to push past discomfort, to stay committed, to keep going even when the pain is unbearable. The people who win in life are not the ones who feel the most motivated. They are the ones who stay the most disciplined. The truth is, pain is a necessary part of growth. The problem is, most people avoid pain. They choose comfort over challenge, ease over effort, short-term pleasure over long-term success. But greatness is not built in comfort. It is built in sacrifice. It is built in struggle. It is built in those moments when you feel like giving up, but choose to push through anyway. The people who achieve extraordinary things are not the ones who take the easy road. They are the ones who embrace the hard road, who understand that pain is temporary, but the rewards of discipline last a lifetime. A discipline means waking up early when you want to sleep in. It means showing up every day, even when no one is watching. It means putting in the work when you don't see immediate results. It means sticking to the plan when distractions try to pull you away. Most people want success, but they are not willing to pay the price. They want the rewards without the sacrifice. They want the results without the effort. But success doesn't work that way. You don't get what you want. You get what you work for. Most successful people in the world have mastered the art of discipline. They don't wait for inspiration to strike. They don't rely on feelings to determine their actions. They have trained themselves to do what needs to be done, no matter what. They understand that discipline is freedom from excuses, freedom from mediocrity, freedom from regret. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you move one step closer to your goals. Every time you push past pain, you become stronger. Every time you show up, even when it's hard, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Pain is the test that separates the weak from the strong. It's the point where most people give up. They tell themselves it's too hard, that they're not good enough, that it's not worth it. But those who have discipline push past that point. They understand that pain is not the enemy, it is the pathway to greatness. They embrace discomfort because they know that every challenge they overcome makes them better, tougher, more unstoppable. Discipline is not just about working hard. It's about working smart. It's about having a plan, setting goals, and sticking to them no matter what. It's about being consistent, about doing the right things over and over again until success becomes inevitable. Too many people start strong but lose focus when things get difficult. They get excited in the beginning, but the moment things stop being easy, they quit. That's why discipline is the ultimate weapon. It keeps you moving forward even when motivation disappears. Reason most people never reach their potential is because they let pain dictate their actions. They stop when it hurts. They slow down when things get tough. They look for shortcuts instead of putting in the work. But discipline means doing what is necessary, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. It means making sacrifices, staying focused, refusing to let distractions pull you away from your purpose. The people who succeed are not the ones who avoid pain. They are the ones who embrace it and push through. Comfort is the enemy of progress. If you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to endure discomfort. You have to be willing to suffer a little now for something greater later. That's what discipline is. It's choosing long-term success over short-term pleasure. It's making the tough decisions today so you can reap the rewards in the future. Every great achievement in history has been built on discipline. It's what turns dreams into reality, what turns struggle into strength, what turns ordinary people into legends. The moment you decide to commit to discipline over comfort, everything changes. You stop making excuses. You stop waiting for the perfect conditions. You stop relying on motivation and start relying on commitment. Because at the end of the day, success is not about how you feel, it's about what you do. And the people who win are the ones who do what needs to be done, no matter what. Your past does not define you. Too many people carry the weight of their past mistakes, failures, and struggles as if they are chains holding them back. They let past pain dictate their future. They tell themselves stories about why they can't, succeed, why they're not good enough, why things will never change. But the truth is, your past is not a prison, it's a lesson. Everything you have been through, every hardship, every setback, every moment of pain, has prepared you for something greater. The only thing standing between you and your future is your decision to let go of the past and step into your power. People get trapped in cycles of regret and self-doubt because they keep looking backward instead of forward. They replay their failures in their minds, reliving the moments that broke them instead of focusing on the opportunities ahead. But you cannot move forward if you are always looking in the rearview mirror. You have to make a conscious decision to break free from the past. That means forgiving yourself for the mistakes you've made, learning from them, and using them as fuel to build something better. Every time you choose to dwell on what went wrong instead of focusing on what's possible, you are stealing from your own future. Pain from the past can be a powerful force. It can either destroy you or drive you. The choice is yours. You can let your past make you bitter, or you can let it make you better. You can use every hardship as an excuse to quit, or you can use it as motivation to push harder. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who have had perfect lives. They are the ones who refuse to let their past define them. They took their struggles, their failures, their darkest moments, and turned them into strength. Every great success story is built on a foundation of failure and adversity. The difference between those who rise and those who stay down is not talent, not luck, not circumstances, it's mindset. The most successful people in the world have all failed at some point. They have all faced rejection. They have all been knocked down. But they did not let those moments define them. They got back up. They kept fighting. They used every setback as a stepping stone towards something greater. They understood that the past is only powerful if you give it power. You have to take control of your own narrative. You have to decide that no matter what has happened before, it does not dictate what happens next. You have to rewrite the story you tell yourself about who you are and what you are capable of. Too many people walk around with limiting beliefs because they've convinced themselves that their past failures mean they are destined to fail again. But that is a lie. You are not the same person you were before. You have learned, you have grown, you have evolved. Every experience has made you stronger, smarter, more prepared for the road ahead. One of the biggest mistakes people make is letting guilt and shame hold them back. They believe that because they made mistakes, because they failed, because they fell short, they don't deserve success. But failure is not a reflection of your worth, it is part of the journey. The most successful people in history are the ones who failed the most. They did not let those failures define them. They used them as lessons. They understood that the only real failure is quitting. Letting go of the past does not mean forgetting what you have been through. It means using it. It means taking every painful experience, every moment of struggle, and turning it into fuel. It means deciding that your past will be a source of power, not a source of pain. It means recognizing that everything you have endured has given you the tools you need to succeed. It means realizing that the story is not over yet, and you have the power to change the ending. People will try to remind you of your past. They will try to hold you to the person you used to be. They will doubt you because of where you came from, but their opinions do not matter. The only thing that matters is what you decide to do next. You have the power to prove them wrong. You have the power to rise above your circumstances. You have the power to take everything that was meant to break you and turn it into the reason you succeed. No matter how many times you have failed, No matter how many mistakes you have made, no matter how many times life has knocked you down, you are still in control of your future. You have the ability to make a different choice today. You have the strength to rise above your past. You have everything you need inside you right now to create a life beyond anything you have ever imagined.